It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. Coming up next.
We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. You know, partner, fantasy football doesn't take into account the guys close to the football, the guys at the line of scrimmage. This is one where our eyes are going to be focused on that battle in the trenches all game long.
Mike, it doesn't matter if it's Pee-wee football, middle school football, or NFL football. You can only do offensively what your offensive line allows you to do. And I think that's exactly the case for both of these teams here today. They are going to win or lose based on the ability of gaining an advantage in the offense and defensive line. So I think we're going to see downhill run game. I think we're going to see play action pass. And the team that's able to impose their will up front along the trenches, I think that's going to be the team that finds himself at the end of this one coming out with the win.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic. And he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. First-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. To throw, it's Herbert. He's got the connection there. It's Joshua Palmer. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical third down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
Brought in by the tight end, Hayden Hurst with the catch. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He connects with Palmer on that one. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Good blocking, and he's in. Justin Herbert, touchdown Los Angeles. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
You could certainly make the case, Mike, that he had one of the best rookie seasons by a quarterback in NFL history. Not so much just his personal play, but he has completely rejuvenated that Houston Texans locker room and that Houston Texans organization. It was incredible watching him as a rookie. Tell you what, though, I think he's even more capable here in his second year under center.
A man acquired by trade in the offseason, it's Joe Mixon. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. The 28-yard line.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. It is 3rd and 10. Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
The Chargers offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. We are through 1. 7-0 is our score. More from Houston coming up in a moment. From the gun, it's Herbert. He's going to run it. They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, L.A.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
And I think after that last sack, we're going to see a little bit of a change in strategy by the offensive coordinator. He decided to go empty. There's no one in the backfield to help with the offensive line, pick up blitzes, and even if you have some opportunities downfield, you got to protect the quarterback first.
They'll give it to Dobbins. He'll get this across midfield to about the 49. That's Henry Toto on the tackle. Third and long. Herbert. And that is incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Texans offense ready to take over for their second possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Stroud. Pass caught. It's John Mechie. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. A run here with Mixon. Now a timeout, Chargers here. That's their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Herbert. That's into the hands of Disley downfield. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Good coverage there by a good corner, Derek Stingley.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play.
To the goal line and in. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Kicker now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Chargers move out on top, 14-0.
Texans,
Four seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Texans offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
They'll try and run for this with Mixon.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
The Texans set to punt this one away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Chargers offense and receiver Quentin Johnston set to take over once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
A run with Dobbins. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. Johnston motioning over. Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. Open man is the tight end, Disley. 14 yards on that pass play there. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On 1st down, Herbert. He connects with Disley. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Here's Dobbins. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Now it's Dobbins. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. They'll run it with Dobbins out of the pistol. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. They'll stay on the ground. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? That's on the former 1st rounder, Rashawn Slater.
Still 1st down.
Now it is 1st and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion right. On play action, it's Herbert. And he's in. Hayden Hurst. Touchdown, LA. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Point after now from Dicker. He's got it. And the Chargers will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He keeps it himself.
Holding offense.
That's on the former 1st-round pick, Titus Howard.
Still 1st down.
Throwing is Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Now, Stroud. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. John Mechie was the intended target, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. Open man is Mechie. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things: a highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there, or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Here's Stroud. He's got it at about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too...
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Houston. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Now, Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Texans get back in it. It is 21-7. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're going to motion their tight end, Hurst. They'll go with a counter on 1st down. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stick with him again. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. So now 4th down, and Cameron Dicker is on for the Chargers. This a 48-yard attempt. Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers have run out to a 24-7 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Stroud to throw. He completes this one to Mechie. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Brought in by the tight end, Schultz.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw, it's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
That's taken in. And he's going to have a Texans 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
That one caught by Schultz, the tight end. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Texans back within 10. It's now 24-14. Looking to double up here, score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
First and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.